Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the Loan Shark event, in which the Moneylender as well as Divine Ishbaala is added to the game. She's only in the event keys and he is available through Glory. Let's actually go get her right now through the event keys that we currently have. Ideally, we will get her in one, and I believe I should only need one due to what her effect is, so we'll just click that, and there she is. Also, Corvash is in the drop pool right now, as you can see by the 3 Corvashes we got. Definitely a really nice pickup to get to if you haven't already gotten him, or maybe get him to Mythics while you're getting it, her. And also the, the Voice of Orpheus is also in the drop pool right now. Almost forgot his name. But yeah, Voice of Orpheus, while it's very, very rare that you would actually end up getting him, but he is in the event key drop pool right now too, since he is the mythic of this kingdom. But Divine Ishbaala, she's the main thing that came in. She transforms red gems to skulls, and then green gems to yellow, and then cleanses all allies, and then enchants 2 random allies. So we're going to be using that mainly as a bit of a skull spammer. Getting our yellow that we need, nice cleanse, a little bit of enchant. They've been adding a lot of enchants lately. It's another one of those double converts, and out of all of them, this does have a very nice cleanse and a little bit of mana generation on top of the mana generation it already has from the convert. So definitely has some potential. The main thing it's being used for always though will be give 50% mana to all divines. That is going to be particularly useful because there are a lot of divines that are pretty huge right now. So yeah, World Breaker, and just about anything that really has above a 15 mana cost on Divine is going to be really, really, really huge right now. So let me go and get her up. Divine should be right there. Let's just go max her out, get her to as high as we can, get her traits, and yeah, all Divines, 50%. So this will be pretty good for things like Valkyrie as well. Going to be able to get that all the way to the half mana point, in which we can just go for a quick one. Pretty sure Fairish Ra as well, we're going to be using it quite a bit. Make soul farming quite a bit quicker. Quite a bit of things we'll be able to mess around with it. But we'll get into some teams soon. Before we do though, let's go head over to the other reward. He is surprisingly better than I was expecting him to be. He creates 6 red gems and then boosted by gold. What I didn't realize is how ridiculously low the boost ratio is. It's only a 4-to-1, and that is up to a maximum of 14 gems. That is a lot of gems, and that is a very small amount of gold you need to get to that point. You only need 32 gold, and with his 25%, or just using an alchemist with him, he gets there very, very quick. I highly advise using an alchemist Moneylender combo. You can easily combine that with double goblin rocket and just upgrade from there, depending on what you have available. But anyways, very, very nice troop. Definitely go and pick a bunch of copies of him up. You can also get things like Gorgolfa traded off of the brown-yellow trait stones, or the Occatrice for earlier on in the game. But anyways, let's go over, well, event keys we kind of already went over. Soulforge we actually don't even need to mention anything of, because everything in the Soulforge this week is pretty useless, so don't even really bother. Maybe the Sakima or something else, but a good majority of what's available there you shouldn't really waste your resources on. Other than that, for the event, we have 10% to all Leonis Empire, we have 10% to all Divine. Definitely want to use the Moneylender this week, as in PvP or Explore, he ends up giving you a 400 gold bonus, and given how useful he is, it's actually pretty good to go and actually utilize him. And as far as the actual event, all we have to do is just kill a bunch of purple. It's only 200, one of the easier events, so will be really easy to poke out. So let's go into some teams. First off, we are up against, a freeze. Should be able to get past that. But we're going to start with the Moneylender team. We're going with all of the gold. Alchemist Moneylender combo, definitely the main thing you'd want to be using with him. The main reason is you get the gold off the Alchemist, which combined with the merchants that they both have, essentially in one single cast, brings you to the mana that you need. It is very, very insane. I'm not sure if they're actually going to tone down the Moneylender some, because he's pretty good right now. He is pretty good, particularly for a rare. But we'll just get that down, and now just start getting a loop. We have the automatic cleanse whenever we take red, if we even need it. At this point, we might just auto-win right here. Just keep getting our loop wherever we can. Ooh, I don't want to have to get rid of reds here. I do not want to have to convert out red, but I believe we are actually stuck having to... I mean, yeah, never mind. We got it right there. So we'll go convert out the greens. I mean, yeah, the green. That is correct. We'll go throw We don't have any alignment, so we can just clear the board by using him. And, of course, that gives us a bunch of gold, and, yeah, we're already way maxed out. We've been a while ago. Trying to get alignment on this. Of course, you could just be using Goblin Rockets and poking around for that, too. I don't think we have anything here. Guess we'll just keep converting. There is a huge lack of purples on this board. And we'll just clear out the board again with him. He has a very good chance of not missing due to a 12 gem spawn. I mean, a 14 gem spawn, not even a 12. So we'll go move that over. Get the Alchemist. A little bit slow right now. Maybe we should have used the Goblin Rocket there. I mainly put the Orpheus here for cleansing purposes. Though, at this point, we don't really need the cleanse. We just need this thing to actually get the alignment. There we go. That's exactly what we need. Just throw that down. At this point, I might as well just keep throwing it instead of waiting for alignment. Because we're going to get mana so quickly that it barely even matters. Get it right back up, boom, dead, and just cast it again. And really, I should have just done that in the first place. Don't really even need to worry if it gets alignment. Just keep throwing it down over and over again. And yeah, and we get an extra 400 gold for that. We're going to do that one more time and just keep throwing it every single time. We're up against a Scion this time. If we don't specifically need the Orpheus, we probably could get rid of it. Unless they have a freeze, fairy fire, or some kind of other really annoying effect. Most likely won't be needing him there. We'll go get that. We're already almost at his max boost ratio. A little bit higher and we'll be there, though. We're still going to throw it. Good enough. It doesn't need land. Now we're at his max boost ratio. Ideally, we'd have alignment here. We do not. No skulls he can take, so I think... Oh, wait. Let me take that first. Yeah, nothing we can actually take over there. I guess we could just go for the Alchemist. It looks like we are going to get the alignment. Or at least going to try to get at least one. I need to clear off all these purples the initial time before I really do anything else. So we're going to throw a random Orpheus here just to make sure that we get a pretty heavy poke just to get that out the way. Go throw this down, hopefully not miss, and it does. But that does give us alignment now. And now we can start spamming it because there's no purples that are randomly going to be giving him extra turns. So let's move that over, move everything into place that we can. And any alignment? Nope, but we can just go and straight into another one, keep spamming it out, move everything off the board first, get that down, and there we go. Now we can just keep doing the cycle over and over again until we win. And yeah, that is pretty much the Moneylender. Very insane mana generation on them. Very nice. Definitely use it. A lot of gold too. You can see right there we end up getting 4,283 because not only are we getting the additional 400, we also have 2 merchants on the team, both Alchemist and the Trader. And that will lead to about 50%, or exactly 50% extra on top of that. Unfortunately, that 50% doesn't boost this. It only boosts the in-game amount of gold you get. So it's a pretty trivial amount, but hey, every little bit ends up adding up in it. So let's go into a couple other teams here that we had set up from earlier. Oh no, did it not save some of them? That would be awful if it didn't. Okay, well, let me go get all of them in here. I believe they all saved. They better have. Otherwise, we'll have to make some on the fly. I already forget its name. That didn't take long. That's to be expected. Let's see. I know the kingdom, though. Leonis Empire. Yes. I'll just call her Divine, probably. So we'll put Divine into every single one of them. Put Divine into all the placeholders. And there we go. Okay. Into the Divine teams now. Let's start all the way at the bottom. And obviously, I have not gotten to test a single one of these yet, given the fact that we literally just got her. So let's go right into that. Right here, we are doing a really weird thing that I say not to do, which is use him as a tank, the Ward Breaker. I'm doing it this time around because we'll be able to do it pretty well with our Mercy. As you can see, every single thing on this team, since it is Divine, starts with half mana, except for Mercy, which of course still gets the full mana. We have this Convert. It transforms all red to skull and all green to yellow. I'm not used to this. Let's see. What is that again? Red to skull, green to yellow. That is indeed alignment, so we'll throw that down. And we'll get our poke. Of course, he gets buffed by every extra turn we do. We can just simply convert out all yellows here if we choose to at any point. We have a Mercy, so we can easily keep his HP up, as well as the Diviner, who keeps losing it every single time we take an extra turn. And yeah, just keep throwing every bit of damage. Double check for alignment over and over again. I'm going to keep forgetting which two it specifically does. Red to skull, so we do have that. And green to yellow, okay. So we'll do that again. Get our poke. Keep poking it, and he keeps getting higher damage because every extra turn we take keeps buffing him up. Do we even need a World Breaker here? Let's just get more stats. Good, we did magic. Let's see if I can remember it this time. It was green to skull. No, it was red to skull and green to yellow, so that's gonna miss. So we'll take that down. Move that up. And that is indeed alignment off the red. There we go. And that is no alignment, but we can go move some stuff. We get a poke, and that's about it, so we'll just clear the board for 87 damage. Boy, oh yeah, I didn't even realize we were gaining that much magic. Wow. That's a little overkill. Get a mercy for 64. Another world breaker. Might as well kill it out with that 87. And there we go. Yeah, 50% to all divines. There are way too many good divines right now. Also, a Stonehammer will probably be good with it too. I always say Stonehammer's so useless, but no, that will be good. Infernus will be good. World breaker will be good. And actually, Pengalong. I haven't gotten to use this yet. But this is the very cheap version of her. If you happen to have gotten her and you have basically nothing really to use, you can use this theme. It's Monkey Disciple, Diviner, Divine Ishbaala, Diviner, and Pengalong. We finally found a team for Pengalong. Of course, he is really dependent on the entire team being enchanted, but that's pretty easy to do with Diviner, as well as Divine Ishbaala, who does a double enchant onto your team, which is pretty nice on top of everything that it already does. But let's just get into this. We're going to be rushing down the greens and mainly yellow, get her up quickly, get out the cast off of Diviner and such, and kind of just work from there. Right off the bat, it looks like we have a skull, so we'll just go for that, get a double drop. We'll just move whatever, we'll take that. And we have a little bit of everything now. So let's see if we have any alignment. Yes, we do, obviously right there. And we can keep getting the yellows converted out as we please. So let me just do so right now. I don't believe we have any free cast, though. No guarantee free cast, unfortunately. Oh, but we do have that. Never mind. Well, that one's actually guaranteed, so we can go for that. We'll go... what's nice about this, too, is it creates red and yellow, which are both the colors that she uses to actually be able to sustain herself, so that works out nicely. I need to do something to clear out this board. I think I'm just going to throw this down, so we'll do that. I actually got the magic buff, which is the best thing in that instance we could have gotten. Get that convert there to keep that going, get these skulls, and basically just keep this loop up until we eventually lose it. I think I'm going to go for this, risk it. We miss, unfortunately. It's only a 7/7, but it does create everything that we need onto the board. So much so that we could just go right back into that again. And ideally, he will not miss if I try doing it again. Maybe I'll just hold off. Board looks pretty clear. Maybe I'll just throw an AoE here. Is that enough damage? Oh yes, you have you keep your magic buff, so that is perfect. We'll just get that down. Of course, it gets boost ratioed by every enchant. We appear to have 2, so that ends up doing 40 damage to everything there. What do we even need now? Do we have anything else? No, we don't have any alignment. So with that being said, we'll throw that down, and that should give us alignment, even gave us the extra turn. And no, it did not, actually. So we're still kind of stuck, unable to do anything. That will automatically gain mana next turn, so I don't actually need to take its mana at all. Let's take whatever else. Get a convert here. This should give us the alignment we need to get our free turn, and it does indeed. We'll throw that down, get our 2 enchants to boost ratio the dragon for when we cast it. Oh yeah, I didn't go for the rarities. One of the reasons why this is so good for early game, it's only a rare, well, assume you have the legend, because it's what we're making a team for. So it's only a rare, a ultra rare, and a epic that you get for free from completing out the Shentan Kingdom. So relatively cheap. We'll go take that up right there, get our poke, get all the mana down. Don't think we're going to bother with this. Do we have the convert or anything? Transforms all reds to skulls and then greens to yellow. That is still not anything. So we're just going to go for AoE. No point in taking a skull against that. Alignment, I don't believe, has fixed itself. No, it is not. If only that was an Inferno King. Unfortunately, it cannot be used with Inferno King like you could do with Shegra and Inferno King. You can't do that combo with her because they both share the exact same color. And it wouldn't really make sense to use it with Shegra since they both transform out red. So we're just going to go for this, hope it lands. And it does indeed land. Does it give us alignment, though? That is the bigger thing. And it does not appear to. So we'll go move that. That doesn't really help us much more either, though we could go for the Cascade in that case. Cascade does indeed give us that extra turn, so we'll go for that. Get our poke, get a bunch more pokes, and that is definitely way more than enough damage. And we finished with pretty high HP. One really nice thing about this, too, is a lot of the newer troops have been coming out with a lot of durability, like things like HP gains and chance, HP gains, chance, and it cleanses. A lot of new troops have been heroing all 3 of those. So let's go into Divine Hero now. Of course, there is a hero class that can be set as Divine. This is the Priest class, which you get from the White Helm Kingdom, and that is what we're using right now. It comes with a +1 yellow, which is pretty nice, and it also has a +2 heal to all allies per turn. Heal does not increase the max HP, but if they're missing any HP, it will restore it for them. This is particularly good with the troops like Diviner that happens to have a damage to its HP, because this only does life reduction, or it doesn't reduce the max life. It only does damage to them. So you can heal it right back up with the 2 HP heal to all allies per turn. It's also particularly good against true damage. But we'll go throw this down. I kind of just want to mess with this to see kind of what would happen here. I did want to use it with Infernus too, just to kind of get the higher damage output, see if he would work. Only slight bad thing is a good majority of the Divines are pretty high rarity. Other than the team that I showed earlier, and maybe the Valkyrie as well, there aren't too many other things of low rarity that are Divine, or at least useful Divines in that case. There are plenty of actually low rarity Divines, it's just most of them are like a single armor buff or single target poke, and most of them aren't really worth using in most situations. And we'll just go through the Dawnbringer here, get a bunch of shield, get a bunch of barrier, get a bunch of everything. If we could just find a green, that'd be great. There it is. And now we can start rolling. What do we get rid of? I guess blue. Don't want to get rid of something that we use automatically. So we'll go get that down. Get even more mana. As you can see, we have absolutely everything we'd ever want to do. Wow. These teams keep generating too much mana. I need to find something that has like automatic extra turns better. Because a lot of these teams were getting way too much mana, but we got to keep clearing out the board to actually use it, which makes it go a bit slower. Oh, do we have alignment here? No, we do not. So we're just going to go for, I guess, another Dawnbringer, just to barrier that up for the skull. We can throw this down. Is it worth it? Do we even have it? No, we don't even have alignment. So we'll throw Infernus here, get a bunch of damage. He's essentially dead. 1 HP. And not only 1 HP, but watch, he's going to revive off the thing right here. Called it. Called it. Saw that a mile away. Okay. We'll go for the purple here. One does not simply survive with 1 HP and not revive immediately afterwards. So we'll go for the, what do we even need here? Let's take the skull, get as much damage as we possibly can on him so he dies quickly. Do I convert this? Yeah, it's extra turn, so we do go for that. And that gives us more cleanse, more heat, more enchants, and well, come on, I didn't even get to do another cast. It just randomly takes a skull. You don't even really need a skull user. As you can see, we simply used her as our tank. It's not really that needed to use a natural skull user with it. It is a bit flimsy, but more often than not, if you get your loop going and if you're using something that either has a heal or barrier, that's about enough to keep your first lot alive. Because giving 50% to all Divines, even just Diviner alone, you can loop pretty well off of that. Yeah, it's definitely really nice. I would highly advise picking this up. You'll naturally most likely get a Corvash as you do so. Corvash, of course, is the best stunner in the game, so you're automatically going to be getting a really good troop while getting this. Do not overspend on event keys, though. I forget if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I have been mentioning it some, but don't forget that next week is the new Shentang event, and it's going to be bringing a troop that has a mechanic for the new game mode that's coming out, so there's likely a patch this week too. But with that being said, you don't really want to throw too many event keys this week, because you'll most likely want to do so again next week, so do keep that in mind. Highly advise getting at least 1 copy of Bowflow if you do have the resources available. But anyways, guys, hope you all have enjoyed. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. We will be doing a lot more teams with these. Both of them are particularly useful. I wanted to do a lot more teams, but yeah, there's just so many different potentials that you can get with both of them. I found a new rare to be particularly useful too. It's a lot better than I was initially anticipating, given that it can create 14 reds. I don't believe anything other than that one troop that can only cast once can really even generate that much. So I don't know if they're going to start releasing more troops that can also do that, or if they're kind of just making it just like that one. Because right now, the only real consistent one that you can get about that high is Elam Grim at 12, but it requires a full team of burn. With him, you just do like 1 alchemist cast and then boom, you're ready to go. And he creates so many that it's almost a guarantee hit. Not necessarily. When I was using him a little bit before the stream, he actually did a really devastating miss, and the enemy team just completely wiped me out with all the red users it used. I had like Dawnbringer and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, more often than not, if there's like 10 or more reds, he is not going to miss if he has the required gold. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone.